Hi, in this video we will be creating a project and then we will upload the same project into the Azure DevOps services using Git. So right now I'm in dev.azure.com. So I've created a new project and I'll give the project name as first proj with Git, and I'll keep the description as an empty, and I'll keep the visibility as private, and in advanced version controls I'll keep as Git and work item as basics. So I've clicked the create project and it will create the project into Azure DevOps services. Okay, the project is created, and now what I will do, I'll create a project in Visual Studio and then I'll upload the same into Azure DevOps services using the Git. And to do that, first I'll go to the Visual Studio, I'll click create a new project, and then I'll select the ASP web template with MVC. I'll select the .NET Core project, and I think I have already the default one selected, and the recent templates ASP.NET Core Web, and I'll name it as first web proj Git, and location I'll keep it as default. I'll click next, and I'll change the framework to 3.1 and I'll keep the other settings same. So I'll click on create, and with this it will create the ASP.NET Code template. Okay, so the project is created and it has added default some folders, and let me just run it and see if it works fine or not. Okay, so the project is loaded and everything is working perfectly fine. Cool, so we are good with here. Okay, so I have created the project in the Visual Studio, and what I'm going to do, I'll upload the same into the Azure DevOps services with the Git. So to do that, first what I'll do, I'll go to the place where this solution is kept, and I'll go open folder in Explorer, and this is the place. So what I'm going to do, I will upload using the Git command line. There are various ways you can upload the same project, but I'll be using the command prompt as an option. So to do that, first I'll write cmd here, and I'll be initializing the repository, and the command is git init, and I'll press enter. So the empty repository is initialized. Now what I'm going to do, I'll add all the files whatever I just created into this empty repository, and the command is git add space dot, and press enter. Now what I'm going to do, I'll commit all the files which I just added into the initialized repository, and the command is git commit -am and -am, and you can, in inverted commas, you can give some message. So I'll just give as a first commit, and then press enter. Okay, all the files has been committed. Now what I'm going to do, I have to upload the same into the Azure DevOps services. To do that, first what you need to do, go back to the place where you have just created your project into Azure DevOps services, and go to repo, and there are various ways, and the options are cloned to your computer. If already there is a project, push an existing repository from a command line. Yes, that is what we are going to do. And the other options are import a repository or initialize the main branch. So this is the one which we needed. Copy and go back to command prompt, paste it there, and press enter, and it might ask you for the credentials, and it will upload your project into the Azure DevOps services. So it is asking me to sign into your account, and I have an account, and I will use that to upload it. So I've just added my credentials, and it will push everything into Azure DevOps. Okay, so it shows like total 127 files it has commented, and okay, so everything is done. Let me go back to the Azure DevOps and let's just refresh this. Cool, so our first project has been pushed to Azure DevOps services. Hi, in this we will see how we can create a continuous integration. I have selected the same project which we have created earlier, first proj Git. I have just used a different organization, but the project is same. So to do the build or the continuous integration, you need to select the pipeline, and then you need to click on create pipeline. There are various options it will show. You need to select whichever you want. You want to go with the YAML file or you want to use the classic editor. For now I'll click on the classic editor, and then it will ask you the source. The source is the location of your repository. Since we have added in the Azure repo git, by default it has selected. If you have a different source, you can select that. Below it will show you the team project name and the repository name. If you have multiple repository or you want to change that, you can select from here, and similarly you can select the branch if you have a other branch apart from the master. Click continue. Then it will ask you the template. Our is a .NET Core application, so we have to select the .NET Core template, but based upon your project you can select the template from here. So I'll just type .NET Core and I'll select the ASP.NET Core template and click on apply. Once I click on apply, it will add various tasks. These tasks are required for the CI part, and the tasks here are, if you can see the NuGet, it will select the version of the NuGet. Here it is mentioning 4.4.1. This is not the latest one, but you can add the latest version also by mentioning just the number. I'll keep it this one same. Then it will try to restore all your NuGet packages which you have added in your project, and since the solution file is already it has added here, it knows from where it has to restore that. Then it will try to build your solution. In this particular case, you need to select the Visual Studio version also. Since mine is Visual Studio 2019, I'm just selecting the latest one. Then the next task is the test assemblies. I don't have the any test projects, so I'll remove this one. And the next task is the publish symbols. Basically this is needed if you want to debug your applications. I'll just keep that. And then is the last, publish artifacts. This will add all the packages which is created by the CI part into the location of the Azure pipeline, which I will show you once this is completed. So after this is done, click on save and queue. Now this is very important. Agent. I have shown you there are two agents which Microsoft has provided. One is the Microsoft hosted, another is the default one or self-hosted. For now I'll be selecting the default one, but in case you want to go with the Azure pipeline, then you need to give the specifications, basically the operating system which you want to select. Be very careful when you're selecting based upon your projects. Various versions have supported various projects, and as per I know, .NET Core 3.1 or above is supported in Windows 2019. For now I'll just select the default. I need not to select the specifications since this is I have installed in Windows 10 machine. Then I'll click on save and run. Once I click that, it will take me to this page where it shows the one job is created. Basically this job is building the application. I'll click on this agent job 1, and it has queued the job and it is already starting the build. So various tasks are added here and it is just completing all those tasks, and on the right hand side we can see the results of all those tasks. Okay, so the build is completed and it has just taken less than a minute to complete the build. Now let me go back and see where exactly it has added. Now on this screen, if you see one publish and one consume, click there, and this is the place where it has published this build or it has uploaded the packages. So these are all the files which is created as a part of this build, and once we are going to the release, we will select this particular location and it will take these packages and it will move to the different environments which we are using. So this is a zip file which it has created as a part of this CI. Okay, before jumping into the CD part, continuous deployment, we need to create a web app which is required for CD. And to create a web app, right now I'm in a Azure portal. I'll click on app services, then I'll click on add, and here I need to fill some information. Resource group, I'll click create a new, I'll say CI/CD, and name of the project I'll keep it same, first project, and publishes code, runtime stack is .NET Core 3.1, that is the version we have selected. Region, it is loading, and I'll select as East US 2. Here it is.
Window plan I'll keep same, SQN size same. I'll just then click on review plus create. By default options will be selected with this, and I'll click on create. So with this the web application will be created. So it has already started the deployment of creation of the web application. Okay, so the website is created. I'll click on go to resources, and here in the overview I'll select browse option, and it will show me the default page which Microsoft has provided with this web app. Okay, so this is the page. Cool, we are good with this. Now we have completed the CI, the build part. We have completed the web application where we want to deploy. Now next we will see how we will deploy. To do that, I am in again dev.azure.com, Azure DevOps, and I'll click on releases under the pipelines. Here it will ask me to create a new pipeline. I'll click the button. I need to select a template. The way we have selected the template for our application, for the .NET Core application, we have to select a template for the location where we want to deploy. Since this is a web application in the Azure, I'll select Azure App Service Deployment. If you have a different location where you want to deploy, you can select as per your need. So I'll click on apply. Stage name I'll keep as dev. Owner is okay. Now first I need to select the artifacts. To do that, click on add. Here you need to select the build, and we know we have already created the CI, and the name of its first project ASP.NET Core CI, and it will select the default version, and it has selected the latest build. But if in case you want to select specific version, you can select that. I'll keep this as our latest. Then I'll click on add. Now I want to make this as a continuous. To do that, first click on this icon and make this as enabled. After clicking this, it means the continuous deployment is triggered. Whenever the build is created, it will automatically start the release. So this is how we can have the continuous deployment. Now I'll click on the one job one task link here, and I need to fill certain information which is not added by default. First is the subscription part. Once you select the free trial, you need to select the app service name, and we just created the first project. I'll select that, and it has not shown me any error now. Once this is done, I'll click on save here, and I'll click on OK. Next I'll click on create release, and I'll click on create. Now what it will do, it will trigger the release, and whatever the packages we have created, it will deploy to the web application. Now here we can see all the logs for the build. The deployment has started, and it is pushing everything to the Azure Web App. Okay, the release is completed, and we will just go to the Azure and we will see if it is able to see that. And I am in the Azure portal. I'll click on browse here, and it should show me the website which is deployed. Cool. So the website is deployed, and I can see everything is working fine. So this is how we can create a CI/CD for the Azure Web App using Azure DevOps.